from Benton Hart Stadium on the campus of Helix Charter High School. This is girls varsity soccer. It's from the Grossmont Hills League. It's going to be the Highlanders of Helix playing at home against the Foothillers of Grossmont. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg K. Porter for GK Sports, along with Pablo Espinal. We're at the game. The Highlanders come into this match with an overall record of 12-3-1, but they're 1-3-1 in league play, and the Highlanders have kind of struggled in their last two games. Injuries have hit them where they've lost their last two matches. They lost to Granite Hills on the road in their last game. And then the game before that, it was then they lost to, actually that was on the 23rd. And then their last game was against Steel Canyon, where they lost 3-0 right here at Benton Hart Stadium. So they want to try and get a home victory tonight. The last one in league play that they had was when they tied West Hills 2-2, but they were able to beat Valhalla right here on the 16th of January 1-0. So they want to get back to their winning ways after losing two in a row. Now the Foothillers do not want to lose two in a row. They lost their last match in a grueling one against Granite Hills, playing at Jack Mashin Stadium at the campus of Grossmont High School, losing 3-1. They had some bumps and bruises out of that match. So both teams coming into this match are going to have some bumps and bruises that they're dealing with. Some players not able to play. And so it's going to be a very interesting match. So sit back for the next hour and a half and get ready to enjoy this one. Take a look at the lineup for the Highlanders. Hopefully you see that on your screen. Valeria Sandoval is 0. Number 1 is Hannah Johnson. She's a sophomore. Sophomore number 2, Emma Hagan. Number 3, the junior, is Hayani Edelman. Number 4, the senior, is Daisy Harbin. Number 5, the senior, is Melissa Corona. Number 6, the senior, is Reina Oliver. Number 7, the senior, is Caitlin De Luna Soto. Number 8, the freshman, Mia Martinez. Number 9, the sophomore, is Katina Arguedas. Number 10, the junior, is Michaela Robinson. Number 11, the sophomore, is Alana Odom. Number 12, the sophomore, is Monique Alvarez. Number 13, the junior, is Aislinn Ruiz. Number 14, the sophomore, is Cameron Lilly. Number 15, the junior, is Naomi Alarcon. Number 17, or make that number 16, she's not able to play tonight. That's Elaine Alfaro, the senior. Number 17 is Monica King, the sophomore. Number 20, the sophomore, is Israel Avila. And number 21, the senior, Micaiah Saucier. And that's the lineup for the Highlanders, for the Scotties, and for the Foothillers. Of course, you know their lineup, and you should see the starters tonight. Brianna Cooney will not be playing in this match and might be out for a few games because she has a hip injury. Foothillers come in this match 10-3-3. 3-1-1 in league play, suffering their first loss, as I mentioned, to Granite Hills the other night. They have a 2-game losing streak on the season, and they do not want to fall into that scenario tonight, if at all possible. In those 2 losses, it was against La Costa Canyon at their place 2-1, and then against Steel Canyon 2-0. And that was not a league play game. Take a look at the rankings. Haven't done the national rankings for a while. Monteverde Academy of Florida is 11-0. They're number 1. Number 2 is Los Alamitos, 19-3-3. Number 3 is Monta Vista out of Danville. They're 11-0 Number 4 is Brandon out of Mississippi, 12-1-2. Number 5 is Bartram Trail out of St. John's, Florida, 14-1-3. Number 6 is Closest North out of Fresno area. They're 16-0-2. Number 7 is Allen, Texas. They're 10-0. Number 8 is Venice, Florida. They're 9-3-1. Number 9 is St. John's Country Day, Florida, 17-1. Number 10 is Archbishop McCarthy out of Fort Lauderdale, 15-1-2. The rest of the top 25 is 10th is Archbishop McCarthy. 11th is Academy of Holy Names in Tampa. 12th is Cypress Bay. 13th is Lakeland Christian. 14th is Chaparral out of Scottsdale, Arizona. 15th is West Lauderdale out of Mississippi. 16th is American Heritage out of Florida. Upland is 17th. 18th is Vero Beach out of Florida. 19th is Prosper. 20th is Clinton out of Mississippi. 21st is Northwest Rankin. 22nd is St. Thomas Aquinas out of Florida. 23rd is Mandeville out of Louisiana. 24th is Carrollton School of Sacred Heart out of Miami in Florida. And 25th is Martyr Day out of Santa Ana and Orange County. About ready to get underway here at Benton Hart Stadium. Foothillers in their road jerseys. And the Highlanders are in their green home jerseys with the white numbers. Shift colors for all you sailors out there, past and present. We're underway. Foothillers with Carly Kennedy sending a pass up forward. It's taken away. Trying to get it to Gia Bingo that time. On the near side, it'll be a throw-in by Payan. Knocked out by the Scotties, and it'll be another throw-in on the near side. Cecilia Rosas will throw it in for Grossmont. Just the start of the match. Grab your beverage or snack. Out here in the West Coast, it's dinner time. Hopefully your day has been fabulous. There was going to be a free kick now for the Foothillers. Carly Kennedy bending it, the header, and just missing that time by Gia Bingo. I'll read an article that came out earlier today, and this was from the Grossmont Union High School District. The San Diego County School District is warning its students and their families of the circulation of fake images that depict news stories claiming the coronavirus is spreading to districts in the San Diego area. Catherine Martin, a public information officer for Grossmont Union High School District, tweeted 2 screenshots. And do we have a penalty kick? It looks like there was a handball in the box, and just like last season, right here at Benton Hart Stadium, where Alicia Nye scored a goal in the first few minutes, and now the Foothillers are up against it again this season in the first few minutes. PK into the back of the net. And just like they did in their last match against Granite Hills, they fall behind. Micaiah Saucier putting it into the back of the net. So it is 1-0. And that goal scored in the 3rd minute of the match. So a handball in the box by the Foothillers. And Saucier is able to put it in the back of the net. Always the advantage of the striker in a penalty kick scenario. If you're not familiar with soccer, you can probably easily see because there's so much area where the striker can put it in the back of the net. That's why, as a defender, you do not want to touch that ball in the box for you young kids out there. Finishing up with the rest of the story, Catherine Martin, Public Information Officer for Grossmont Union High School District, tweeted 2 screenshots Thursday that she said was being circulated among students within the district and said that each photo was fake. One screenshot showed a screenshot of the San Diego Union Tribune story, but with a remade headline that read, "Students attending West Hills High School in Santee have been affected by the coronavirus." However, the actual headline was that San Diego public is getting antsy waiting for the coronavirus test results. Martin confirmed that there is no validity to this claim. In another shared screenshot, a news headline reads, "Coronavirus spreads to local San Diego school district." Well, regarding the second screenshot, Martin had said, again, there is no truth to any of this. The image was created via a prank website. So as of January the 30th, San Diego County health officials have not reported any confirmed cases of the coronavirus. So I just wanted to share that for you. That is something that happened today. Let you know that we are live, that this is not any kind of a fake video. It is a live game going on right now. Have to remind those out there of that, viewers, because we're in a world of fake stuff. And it happened on Sunday in the case of those that lost their lives in that aircraft out there in Los Angeles area. 50-50 ball now. To the near side. Odom. Highlanders enjoying a 1-0 lead early on. The Foothillers last year were able to come back, and it was on the cleat of this young lady who just served the ball to Victoria Ford. Now it's Emmy Cervantes. Goes by Cervantes. Here come the Scotties now into Central now. And a deflection off the keeper upfield. The Foothillers had a couple of those in their last match, and it resulted in goals into the back of the net. But it was not by LaDeja Toll. It was by Natalie Emery in the second half of the game against Granite Hills on Tuesday night. So they're hoping that their keepers might be able to hold on to these soccer balls coming at them tonight a little bit better. They have a chance for success on the road. Victoria Ford on the free kick. Giovingo got dispossessed that time. Monica King was involved. On the near side, Odom can't get to it. Foothillers still trying to see if they can get some offensive attack going. Ford on the soccer ball. Changes her field. Saucier is with her. Gets it over to Lopez now. Darts inside, takes a shot, and kind of tricky bounce. Save is made. Throwing from the far side touchline. Larkin onto the soccer ball. Midfield. The Scotties. Played to the near side now to Corona. Early ball. Ford points at her keeper there, and she comes off her line and makes a save. Toll. We're in the 9th minute now of this match. 1-0. Helix High School. A great football program. One of the best here in San Diego County. Play right here on this field. Intercepted by the Highlanders. Robinson on that intercept. Going to be a throw-in now. The Foothillers, far side touchline. Ball goes out of play. Robinson marking on the near side for Helix. In the 10th minute of action, a throw in now for Cecilia Rosas. Had herself a pretty good year. First time ever playing on the varsity of Helix of Grossmont High School. Rolls harmlessly over to center ball. Sophomore keeper. Center ball upfield. Arguedas not able to get it. Goes out of play. Be a throw in for the Foothillers. Right in front of their coaching staff. Fernando Ramos. Nick Ager. And Megan Long. Megan, the teacher over there at the school, kind of confirming that stuff that was going on earlier today was a hoax. And a deflection at the last minute by Maddie Mayo kept that one from going into the back of the net. Just getting to it was told as she was out of position. And they got by her. Odom getting it over to Saucier, who drops it back. Monica King on the near side. 50-50 ball. Cervantes trying to win it and does so. Nice job by the senior. Lopez goes after it. And Lopez will be called for a foul into space. Knocking down Robinson. So King will get it started now for Helix. Intercepted by Carly Kennedy, who played more minutes than probably she played all season long. Number 13 out there in white for Grossmont in that last game against the Eagles of Granite Hills. Intercepts it here. Plays into some space for Lopez now. You don't want to see Lopez in space. If you're the defenders, one, you better make sure that you keep her from getting a good shot by running her down. And that's not going to be easy because she's pretty quick. Taylor Aguilera was into the match for Grossmont. Number 8 out there. Taylor, the junior, heads that ball for her teammate, and Kennedy lifted it over the top of frame. So it'll be a goal kick. Been a nice week out here in Southern California if you haven't been out here. As far as the weather's concerned. Nice daytime temperatures, wintertime. And that ball is going to go past the goal post or goal line. Byline, if you will. And when you're here, you You just think of that football program. They're so good. Making the playoffs just about every single year. And going deep into the playoffs. Playing against schools up in the LA area. The near side. Robinson intercepted. Now here's Lopez, who quickly turns, but didn't get a good pass now. We'll try to pursue it again. Jennifer Giovingo's on the soccer ball. Giovingo now, who twists and turns, still staying with it, and it was touched out by the Highlanders, so it's a throw in for Grossmont. Here's Lopez now with the quick feet. Still trying to get to the soccer ball. Can't do it. It's taken away from her. Upfield comes Helix, but taken away now by Gonzalez. Aguilera touches it quickly over to Ford. Victoria now sends it right to Lopez on a quick touch. He's great at that. Puts a shot, a save by Sandoval. Just so quick once she gets to that soccer ball. Quick step and can launch a ball at you. Only a sophomore. Going to terrorize the rest of the county for the next 2 more years. Of course, the Foothillers hope it's with them and not any other club. Not to say I've heard any rumors or anything like that. Monica King will take the free kick after the foul by Grossmont. Into the bevy of players. It's a good header. Can she keep it out? And she did. LaDeja Tall was able to keep it out of going into the back of the net. And it nearly was 2-0 Helix. That was a good service by King. But it results in a corner kick now for the home team. Let's see what they do with the set piece. It's chipped up into the air, and it's too high. Chipped up in the air that time by Lily, the sophomore. Just couldn't get the right strike on the soccer ball. They give Toll more of a problem that time. Still 1-0. Helix leads. Playing at home. Trying to get the Foothillers for the second time out of 3 times. Meaning 3 straight years playing on the road for the Grossmont Foothillers and playing at home for Helix. When we first came here, it resulted in Smingy having a terrible injury that she could not play the rest of the year. And then last year, they had the Foothillers on the run for most of the match. Foothillers turned it on late in the match and were able to win it. So we'll see what happens in 2020. It's going to be a corner kick now for Grossmont. Giovingo now. Line drive intercepted. Sent out of play. Don't forget about Dental Arts of Palm Avenue. That is our sponsor. Affordable rates for the entire family. We'll see Jaime Acuna across from the strip mall at Montgomery High School down there in the South Bay. That's dentalartsofpalmave.com. That's their website, dentalartsofpalmave.com. Ball out of play. It'll be a goal kick. The JV team playing very well for Helix, able to beat Grossmont's JV team, who have been playing pretty well this year. Of course, we filmed them a couple years ago and had their struggles. They've gotten better since then. Of course, 2016 was when Helix first decided to have a freshman in a JV and a varsity squad. Before that, they did not. Goal kick coming up now from Sandoval. Intercepted. or actually went off her teammate, and nicely over to Saucier to make a play, getting it over to Corona. Lily, and then down the right flank, but it's intercepted now by the Foothillers. Ashley Austin now into the match. The super freshman gets it to the super sophomore now. That's Lopez now. Lopez in the central. Taken away on a beautiful play by Micaiah Saucier. Saucier, the senior, taking it away. Maddie Mayo now runs onto it. Right in front of a Larkin. Right in the chest, but being able to handle it, though, that time was Lopez. But then upfield, and it's out of play. That is going to turn out to be a free kick. There was a foul on the play, I believe. Yes. Free kick for Grossmont. Right at midfield. Intercepted nicely by Saucier. Upfield, Gonzalez, off of her teammate, Austin, continues to go upfield for the Highlanders. Now running onto it is Mayo. A couple of deflections now in the central. Mia Foster is not out there tonight. He was nicked up in the last game. That is something that whenever Foster is not controlling the midfield and the action out there, kind of, I don't know if I want to say an advantage, but it is definitely something that makes it a little bit easier to play the Foothillers. The senior is just such a heady player. Controls pace, always around the soccer ball, but not out there tonight. So like they say in sports, somebody else has to step up. Let's see what happens for the Foothillers tonight. The other players that have to step up from the bench. Intercepted by the Highlanders as they have some players that they'd like to have out there in the pitch, and they don't. Ford on an intercept. Ford has to go back and get it as it was intercepted by a Larkin. She couldn't get to it. Upfield. Mayo can't get to it. Not able to get to it was May Cervantes on the near side. There's a shot, a good one, but a save by Toll. Odom with the shot on the near side. But lined up perfectly by LaDeja. Into the central. May Cervantes not able to run onto it, so instead Saucier does. Played it out for her teammate, but it got intercepted by Maddie Mayo. Mayo now still going after it. Maddie Mayo still on the soccer ball and leaves it for Gia Bingo now. Foothillers love to cover for each other. Victoria Ford now. Ball kind of checked up on her. She's able to get back to get to it. Remember, Ford kind of has a little bit of a foot injury that she's been dealing with. Sometimes it flares up out there in the pitch. This season has had to be carried off the field by coaches. The senior knows how to grind and will find a way to get back into the match. Matches, if not the match itself. But now the Foothillers have a problem as a pass in a central just missed on an near post. Good counterattack by the Scotties, and they nearly put a 2-0 advantage on the soccer board. On the sheet, as they say. It's 23rd minute now. Foothillers have avoided a couple scenarios in this match. Had a defender in Maddie Mayo protecting. That situation right there was a good one. And they got fortunate on it. They gave up a penalty kick, and that's why they're behind 1-0. Rosas on the near side. Rosas doesn't secure the soccer ball. Ford now, and she sends it to the near side, and it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in. And it is an offsides call, so it'll be a free kick. Kind of a late call. We do have a center ref and 2 linesmen tonight. And lately, that has been the case. So I don't know if a CIF commissioner has said no more of these just 2 ref scenarios. As most of the games lately have been a normal center ref and 2 linesmen. Saucier making a nice move. Sends it to the near side to her teammate, Alana Odom. Drops it back now to Robinson. Ford has it on her cleat. Odom is into space, and there's a whistle. Looks like it's going to work against the Highlanders, but warnings are being given out. Have to be very careful once these warnings start to come out. Next time around, it'll be a yellow card. Victoria Ford will take the free kick. Cervantes had sent it forward now. May Cervantes now, who's playing out there, doesn't get much playing time, but can't secure it. It's on the near side and out of play. Foothillers will throw it in the 26th minute of the match. They'll play 40 in the first half. May Cervantes is coming out, and it looks like Dees is coming into the match, Danielle Dees. Another player who's going to get a lot more playing time, of course, with Foster out. Marie Cooney not playing. And they're fresher than a lot of players at this time of the season. Odom now wins that ball, sends one right at Tull, and Tull stays near the ground and makes the save. Tull, for the most part, is fundamentally sound, does a good job. And in the void that they had, losing 2 seniors last year as keepers, they found a way to be successful this season. A brand new goalkeeping contingent. Foothillers. Ball goes out of play. Maddie Mayo on a collision, and will it be a yellow card? If it's a yellow card, she'll come out of the match. He is talking to her. Trying to find out maybe what happened. What were you thinking? And she is not going to get, it's just going to be a free kick. But there's no doubt he has her in his radar. Well, Maddie has to be very careful moving forward. Free kick now for the Scotties, and it's going to be Monica King taking a free kick, the sophomore. In the central towards Alarkin. She doesn't get it. Intercepted by Grossmont upfield. And it was knocked out by Helix. Throw in for the Foothillers. Austin intercepted for the moment, but Giovinco wins it. Went off of Cervantes' cleat. In the central. And a foul is going to work against the Foothillers. So it's going to be a free kick now for Helix again. in the 29th minute of the match. Sarah Lopez wanting to put a little pressure. Cervantes was touched by Dees, out of play, and it'll be a throw-in. Coach Finon handling it, bringing that ball in. Head coaching staff for Helix. Jeff Kepper is not here tonight. Maddie Mayo plays it across midfield. Austin gets it to Lopez now. Good first touch to Giabingo, but not far enough. Intercepted in the back line. Nicely done in that right defensive area. But Austin now can put him into the back of the net now. Sends a ball across field, but right to Robinson on the intercept. Forward, trying to get it to Aguilera, who normally plays in the back, wasn't able to run onto it. Here's Rosas now, who on the intercept. Nicely done. Cecilia Rosas now just takes a shot. Seeing him in practice from about that distance, but didn't really get a good shot on that one. Lopez now, beautiful first touch. Lopez hits it hard. Lopez, will it be kept out? It is kept out of the back of the net by Sandoval. Beautiful save. My Valeria. Gave up a rebound, but quick enough to get back to the soccer ball before it went across the line. To keep this match at a 1-0 advantage for Helix here in the first half. Down inside, 10 minutes left to go in the first half. Rosas gets back to the soccer ball. Tries to get it Mayo, not taken away now. On the soccer ball is Odom. The shot is saved by Tall. LaDeja Tall stays down and is able to stay with the soccer ball. Didn't give up enough of a rebound for Odom to be able to get to it. Nice save by Tall. Nice save by Sandoval. Both keepers doing a fine job of saving the soccer ball. Up and down the field. Back with it now are the Foothillers. Giavingo trying to win it. There's a collision. Dees wins it, but gives it away. Intercepted by the senior, Gonzalez. Alexa Gonzalez now. Over to Sarah Lopez. Plays it out wide now for Dees. Dees trying to cut it inside. Dees does cut it inside, but nobody there now. But Rosas is going to try to run onto it. Rosas does run onto it now. Kind of got a partial screen that time by Ashley Austin to be able to do so. Fans here didn't really like that screen, but it happens all the time. Victoria Ford now, who can get a good throw in. This is a dangerous area if you're defending against the Foothillers. Gets a good one now in the central. They're going to try to get a strike, and they do, but Sandoval makes a save again. Sandoval has come up large in this match early and often here in the first half, in the 32nd minute of the match. Lopez. Again, another good first touch. Change their direction now. Sarah gets it to her teammate. That's Emmy Cervantes now. Plays it forward, but Giavingo's not going to be able to run it down. Giavingo has had her nicks into this season. Maybe early in the season she'd be able to run that thing down, but not now. Try to be wise the rest of the season, and just about every player has to do that. This is a grind, the Grossmont Hills League. Hopefully you're enjoying this match from Helix High School. This one is hit and not accurately enough on the near post sign. So Sandoval will get it started again. Pablo Espinal bringing you the sights and sounds from up high. A different view this time around. Coming into the match now for Helix is Melissa Corona. Corona, the senior, one of the 6 seniors that was on this team last time we saw Helix over there at Jack Mashin Stadium. Ashley Austin is fended away from the soccer ball, going to try to stay with it. Austin now, the freshman, wins it, sends it across the field on a tough pass, not able to be handled by the Foothillers. An intercept now, hit hard, but Sandoval is able to make the save. Dees hit that one towards Sandoval. Sandoval, just a sophomore. It's like Sarah Lopez, got a couple more years to play varsity team for Helix. After watching that JV game earlier, they got some good players on the JV team, so Highlanders are going to be good for a long time to come. The throw in and headed out. No, it's still in the field of play now. Here's Lopez now, turns quickly. Lopez is marked heavily. Couldn't go any further now. Here come the Highlanders. It's intercepted by Mayo. Lopez does get her cleat on it to the central, but they don't win it now. And out with it is Saucier. Saucier sends an early ball down the right flank. Taylor Aguilera has to mark up. It's sent toward the central. They got 2 players there now, and one by Dees. Hit by Saucier. She lost her balance, didn't get a lot on the soccer ball, and it goes out of play. .36 minute of the match. Now, like somebody's listening to our other game, that's the San Diego High School Cabers going against Christian tonight. Last time I looked, at least at halftime, it was 1-0. Cabers were leading. Rebecca Warden running that scenario over there, along with Will Hogue, the announcer. Put that game and this game on the Twitter page, as well as on the website page. Odom trying to make a move now. Odom still trying to pursue it. Odom now, and let's see who is off of. It is off of Odom. Good hustle, though, by Odom. Of course, you think of that last name, you think of the great player for the Lakers, who was a close friend of Kobe Bryant. Really tore up, as most everybody in the world was when they heard the news on Sunday. Lakers will be back in action tomorrow night in the second phase of what they want to try to do in this season. Sent out of play. .38th minute coming up. Only a couple minutes left to play in the first half. Can the Foothillers get an equalizer, or will Helix hold them off? Or maybe will the Scotties be able to add another one? If you're the Foothillers, you don't want that, because now you're down by 2. You can keep it to 1-0. You have a very good chance in the second half. And if you're the Scotties, you definitely want to try to put another one on there. Sometimes they say the most crucial part of games are in the end of each half. Obviously, the first half and at the end of the match. Intercepted by Dees. Keeps it in the central, but trying to stay with it. Cervantes. Dees hits it from distance, but Sandoval has no problem handling that one and makes the play. Dees sends it forward now. But it's intercepted by Saucier. Played forward nicely on the intercept that time by Alvarez. On the near side is Odom. Odom still on it. Cuts it back now. Looking for a teammate in the central. Has one. That was Arguedas. But it's intercepted in the deep back. Central defender doing a job. Here's one sent right back at Toll, but Toll has no problem with that one on the bounce. Not much time to work with now for the Foothillers. Really can't afford for it to come back in their half of the field. They want to entertain a draw out of the first half. Here's Lopez, but dispossessed that time, but Dees is able to run onto it. Dees sends it down the left wing, but nobody's there. So it'll be a throw-in now. Center ref will be looking at his watch. And it's 1-0 affair. The Scotties enjoying lead at almost halftime. And an early ball now. This is for Odom. Odom's got speed. Odom's not going to be run down. Odom's going to put it in the back of the net. Go! Go, 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 go! Alana Odom was not going to be caught. Very similar to the Nye last season. And it was able to put it into the back of the net. 2-0. The Highlanders, who could not get this many goals when they played the Foothillers in the first match at Jack Mashin Stadium, find themselves doing offensive things and creating problems now for the Foothillers as they're down by 2. At this level, you don't want to give up another one. If you do, you're really in bad shape, and you're more than likely going to have the loss. You still have a chance if you've given up a couple of them. You give up 3, it's pretty much going to be a loss, practically all over the entire county at any of the levels. Victoria Ford now makes a mistake. Gonzalez now dealing with speed. Gonzalez is able to run it down. The speed that the Foothillers have. Not quite the same without Smingy in the back. And, of course, with the fact that players are banged up. But the Highlanders say, doesn't matter. We're going to find a way to get the lead in this match. And they lead 2-0. The Highlanders have to take advantage of their home matches in Grossmont Hills League play if they entertain winning the league. So we'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes on the live stream. Of course, on the highlights and instant replays, that's going to begin right now. Second half set to get underway soon here. But before we do that, let's go ahead and give you a little bit of the rankings for the state of California, the Golden State. Los Alamitos 19-3-3. They're the number one team. Monte Vista, they're 11-0-1. Clovis North is number 3, 16-0-2. Upland is 4th, 18-0. Of course, you've heard these names before because on the national scene. Mater Dei is 5th, 15-2-1. 6th is Cathedral Catholic, right here in San Diego, the only San Diego school in the top 10. They are 6th, 15-2-3. 7th is Pacifica out of Garden Grove. They're 13-0-1. Santa Margarita out of Rancho Santa Margarita is 12-2-2. Davis is 9th. They're 7-0-3. Miracosta out of Manhattan Beach is 15-1. Now the rest of the schools are J. Sarah Catholic. They're 11th. 12th is St. Francis. 13th, St. Francis Mountain View is 12th. 13th is St. Francis Sacramento. 14th is Buchanan. 15th is Temecula Valley. 16th is Villa Park. 17th is Hart. 18th is Harvard Westlake. 19th is Newport Harbor out of Newport Beach. 20th is Fullerton. Troy out of Fullerton. Elisa Niguel is 21st. Corona del Mar is 22nd. Amador Valley is 23rd. 24th is Tracy. 25th is Franklin out of Elk Grove. Who had the second goal for you guys? Yeah. Alana Odom scoring the second goal. And the first goal was scored by Micaiah Saucier on the penalty kick. Shift colors for all you sailors. Past and present, we're underway. 2-0. Highlanders leading. Martinez. Saucier gets a return pass. Pickpocketed. Giovingo now on the soccer ball. Early ball now. Lopez trying to get to it, but was way too far in front of her as Valeria Sandoval makes a save. Had a great first half. Valeria wants to try to keep up that same activity in the second half if needed. Try to secure a victory for the Highlanders. Foothillers are in a little bit of a peril. They give up the third goal. They will be in real trouble. They gave up 3 goals in their last match against Granite Hills and did that at home. If they can't win tonight, it'll be the second time this season when they have 2 losses in a row. The Foothillers, though, the last time they did have 2 losses in a row, they were able to rebound from that and have played extremely well. Their first loss at home was against Granite Hills on Tuesday night. Hunter is in the match. Olivia. Cardi Kennedy, not able to secure it. Highlanders have it. Gonzalez, with a little bit of space, has the soccer ball. Gonzalez plays it back to Austin. And then from Kennedy, Lopez now. Intercepted. And it goes out of play. Bridget Wilson is in the match. She's going to get some playing time. She's been a little bit nicked up as well. The freshman. Larkin, intercepted. The back line trying to make a play. Giovingo runs onto it. Sends that ball upfield and it's sent out of play. can see over there where they have the new stands. Will be utilized real soon. Right here, Benton Hart Stadium. Playing in the central. And coming out with it, Jennifer Giovingo. She can hit it from distance. Instead plays it over to Hunter now. Hunter goes back to get it. Is it over to Giovingo now. Down the right flank. And send it out of play. Upfield. Intercepted by Helix. By the Foothillers. This is Victoria Ford on the soccer ball. Ford sends it in the central now. Lopez turns. Lopez knocked down. Play on. Bridget Wilson goes after it and has to be careful. Can't interfere with the keeper. Bridget Wilson has created some situations for penalty kicks for her team. Hustling. Playing up in the front line. She's had an opportunity to be out there. Carly Kennedy now. Almost lost it. Turns. Regains it. Carly was knocked down in the last match. Kind of got up slowly. Again, she's continuing to try to be fit. Coming back from injury. Victoria Ford now, as I mentioned in the first half, has been nicked up this season. Gonzalez trying to stay with that soccer ball as it was hit right at her a couple of times. Corona. Maddie Mayo wins it. Mayo sends it forward. Giovingo not able to stay with the soccer ball. And the Knicks being to her demise right in that particular scenario. Austin now still trying to go after it. Couple of collisions and it goes out of play. Foothillers could not afford to have a call where it would have been a penalty kick. Had to be very careful in that scenario. They're down 2-0. On the road against the Scotties. The Scotties trying to beat them for the first time in a while. Going up the field, Giovingo not able to continue on with it as Saucier able to fend her off. Near side, Helix getting the ball to Avila. And somebody has a call, a yellow card. And I guess it's Carly Kennedy. So Carly Kennedy is coming off. Got a yellow card. And Dees is in the match. So the first yellow card of the match goes to Kennedy. Sent out of play. It'll be a throw-in now for Helix in the attacking third. Foothillers first time playing in Division I in a couple of seasons. Had won Division II last season, and section the way they do it, you have that kind of success, they're going to move you up. Of course, the year before they were. First year that we filmed them in Division I. Made the playoffs. Got to the semifinals before they were knocked out. Early ball now. Bridget Wilson. And a collision.
Protect the goalie.
Sandoval now. Of course, as you know, I mentioned a couple seasons ago, that was the time when, as I mentioned early on in this match, that Kira Smingy had got hurt right here on this field in a collision with the keeper. And did not play the rest of the season. That lingering, as well as probably other things. We haven't seen Kira as much, maybe, as we would have seen her otherwise. In and out of things last season, and then this season again. Just a very key player for the Foothillers and the types of things you can do, the speed, along with Maddie Mayo. Just tremendous from the back line. Not available again tonight. And then you take out Mia Foster, the captain, number 9, and you're really up against it if you're the Foothillers. But that's the way it goes in high school soccer, or in soccer in general. You play a long season, there's going to be injuries, and you have to deal with it. That's why you want to have a strong team if you possibly can. Lots of players that you can integrate. Coach Fernando Ramos has done that for the most part this season. Got a lot of good play from players off the bench. You're going to be pressed into duty even more here in the second half of this Grossmont Hills League. This is game number 1 of that second half. And the Foothillers have a lot of work to do here in the second half. Down 2-0. Foul, and it'll be a free kick for Grossmont. Don't know if Maddie Mayo's going to take it. Looks like she is. Maddie Mayo down the central, trying to get a header, and they do get one by Gia Bingo, but no problem for Laria Sandoval. Wasn't struck hard enough with the heading attempt. Mayo on the near side, kind of a step over, but gave it away. Collision, and it's going to work against Bridget Wilson, and it'll be a free kick. So free kick now coming up for Helix. Not in a hurry, enjoying the 2-0 lead. Out here in La Mesa. Again, as I said earlier, hopefully your day has gone good. If you're in the morning time, hopefully that's starting off good wherever you are in the world. Always remember to say some things to us on the right-hand corner of the screen. Support your high school. Maybe if you saw the San Diego High School Caber victory, you can say that. And Caber's winning 2-0 over Christian High School. The other game that was live streamed on our channel. You can subscribe to our channel and see everything that we do. Who knows, there may be some football coming down the road. And I'm not talking about world football, I'm talking about American football. High school variety. We might even get some basketball before this basketball high school season's over with. Of course, the club soccer is always going to be in the offing, as well as, who knows, maybe a little bit of baseball, not Little League, one of the other types of leagues. So we'll see. We in the spring and summer. Hit into the central now, but Gia Bingo sends it all the way upfield. Lopez, and a hit in the back, and it'll be a free kick for the Foothillers. Victoria Ford will get it started. Almost 27 minutes left to go in the match. Foothillers had to come back to get a tie last year playing right here at Benton Hart Stadium. Can they come back to do that? And they had to do it in the second half. Amy Cervantes saved him from having a loss on a very quirky play. GK Sports is our website. GKsports.org is the website. Just go there. Of course, you see it up in the left-hand corner on the second copy. GKsports.org. That's all the social media pages. Some pictures from tonight. They'll go on the Instagram page. Of course, the Twitter. A lot of, obviously, reactions and things, again, being said and shown about what happened on Sunday with Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi losing their life in that accident. And some of the other things that are going on. You got the All-Star game and how they decided to change some things up on top of frame and off of frame. It'll be a goal kick. So all of that kind of stuff is on our Twitter page as well as our Facebook page. Like us, follow us. One-stop shop, gksports.org. Sanderball will get it going. Up the central, intercepted by Kennedy. Harley darts back, waits for Ford. Ford runs onto it now. Does get the ball and then tries to get a return pass. Doesn't get it, but Kennedy follows it up now. She missed Ford on the play, and this one is sent out wide to Odom. Odom has one of the 2 goals in this match. Maddie Mayo slows the soccer ball up. It's intercepted, though. Nicely done by Arguedas. Arguedas cuts it back now. 50-50 ball. Kennedy trying to get it. Can't do it. Arguedas shields her from it. Martinez. And then to Saucier. Playing it over to Robinson. Her pass is intercepted. Trying to get it is Giabingo. It's taken away now by Robinson now. Sends it down the left flank for Alarka. Taken away by Maddie Mayo. Mayo now drives it hard. Hunter won't get to it, but it's sent out of play first that time by Monica King. So it'll be a throw-in for the Foothillers in the attacking third, and leaving it as Hunter, her teammate, to throw it in. Livia Jr., one more season. Next season. After the throw-in toward the interior, but Hunter does not get it. And upfield, Larkin just sends it down the left flank. Maddie Mayo doesn't know a Helix player was streaking to try to get to the soccer ball. I believe that was Odom trying to get to that soccer ball and run onto it. And really create problems for the second half keeper, Natalie Emery, who had a tough second half against Granite Hills, giving up a couple goals. First time all season. Of course, she hasn't played all season, but since she's been on the varsity team. Martinez for Helix on the near side. That's Avila on the run now. Avila being marked. Avila still on it. Avila still on a soccer ball and is able to get a shot off. Nice hustle by Avila. The sophomore. Fine job running up from the back. Goal kick now. Victoria Ford. Substitution is going to occur for the Foothillers. A couple of adjustments and moving players around. Coach Fernando Ramos. Herrera ended the match. Number 15 out there in D's. He'll play more of a midfield spot. all the way upfield, intercepted by Helix. Hunter going after it, wins it, but then gives it away now. Here comes the Highlanders. Larkin now. Near side. Arguedas still trying to get it, and it is out of play, and it is off Arguedas' cleat. But a good hustle that time by Katina. For Helix. Avila. Intercepted. Knifing in is Martinez. Winning it. Avila's pass on to her teammate's cleat. That was Saucier. Pass intercepted. Larkin played it there on the left flank. Giovingo plays it over to Dees. Off the center ref. He is in the field of play. Taking it away. Avila. Arguedas. Rosas trying to get back to it and does so. Losing her balance that time was Alana Odom. Getting a touch there was Corona. Hunter gets it taken away. Odom cuts it inside now. Victoria Ford drives it upfield now. Lopez will meet the soccer ball. Lopez with extreme speed and gets it taken away from her. Upfield. Now all the way back. And upfield with Odom trying to run onto it and does so. Odom is being marked by Rosas. Sends a nice strike. Getting it into the central, but at the last moment was taken away from Larkin. Herrera now. And a foul, and it'll be a free kick for the Foothillers. Inside 20 minutes left to play. 19 and a half, actually, left to play in the match, according to the stadium clock. Greg K. Porter, along with Pablo Espinal, bringing you the live stream, the sights and sounds from Helix High School out in La Mesa, a little bit east, the downtown city proper. Austin, forward. Victoria, pass is intercepted. Karam's over to Hunter. Olivia can't do anything with it, but now she has her teammate. That's Giovingo. Jennifer, the senior Victoria Ford, and she was looking maybe for Hunter to come back to it, or maybe for Giovingo to dart out. It didn't happen. The giveaway, but Gonzalez secures it to Matty Mayo. It goes off the Helix player. And now here is Lopez, I should say. Lopez on the near side. Pass. Didn't get to Herrera, as it was a little bit too far in front of Lanzer. Deflects over to Gonzalez. Almost a handball. The senior giving it to the freshman. Herrera now. Pass intercepted. Herrera goes after it again. Can't get it. This time Saucier wins it. Saucier for Helix. Intercepted in the back line by Rosas. Rosas retreats back to it. Doesn't get it. And it's going to be a handball midfield. So it's a free kick for Grossmont. More and more time running off the clock. That's less and less to work with. And a 2-0 lead for the Scotties of Helix. Trying to secure a victory at home after having 2 consecutive games where they couldn't get victories out of them. Tough losses. There's a shot. And the save by Sandoval. Sandoval has played well tonight. Will need to do so for the next 17 minutes in order to get the victory. Corona. Leverage being played off of Roses. Played all the way back to King. King gives it over to Saucier now. Wakaya finds her teammate Arguedas. Just missed her teammate Alarkin. All the way down to Emery. Get her hands on the soccer ball. Off the bounce. Goes over the head that time of Hunter. And is sent down the left flank. And it'll be a throw in for the Foothillers. But substitutions are going to occur as Hunter comes out. Aguilera ended the match. Also for Helix into the match now is Emma Hagan, sophomore. After the throw-in, Robinson sends that ball all the way back to Maddie Mayo, center defense. Gets it over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez now runs onto it after on the intercept. And then she intercepts it. But now here's Lopez. Lopez on an intercept. Lopez now almost loses the soccer ball, and then it's taken away from her. Sent upfield. Aguilera runs onto it. Sends it over to Victoria Ford. Ford now plays it over to Jennifer. Giovingo now, her pass. Not going to be able to get it to Herrera. And she was shielded off on the inside. No problem for Sandoval. Not really a lot of pressure. And you don't have Mia Foster. That pressure is not quite there. And the Highlanders will take it. Use it to their advantage. Foul going against Helix. And they have the 2-0 lead. Free kick now for Grossmont. Inside 14 and a half left to play in the match. Maddie Mayo drives a good ball up to central. The header trying to get a second ball in the box. Near side, Foothillers fighting for it. Now they come out with it with Giovingo now. Playing it over to Gonzalez. But her teammate wasn't ready for it, and it's intercepted. Back up the field. Robinson, but here's Ford now. Ford off, and center rep has been hit a few times with that soccer ball. You get the Epsom salts and all that kind of stuff. The ice bath tonight for the center ref. D's. D's now, 50-50 ball, intercepted nicely in its near side. Nice job by Avila. So it's a throw in for Grossmont, the visitors. The center, Giovingo tried to secure it out to the outside, but couldn't do it. It was intercepted, and now a foul, and it'll be a free kick as Victoria Ford is knocked down. So who will take the free kick? It's going to be Giovingo. Giovingo, a couple yards out further from her really putting a laser into the back of the net. So we'll see. Maybe she'll have a little bit more on the soccer ball this time. She's just going to chip it now and try to get a header, and that didn't work out. Tried to get Lopez to head that ball in the back of the net. Didn't work out. Foothillers have to take advantage of free kicks. A little bit better than that. They want to come back. They're down 2-0. And you got to get the first one before you can get the second one. Giovingo now runs onto it. Ford leaves it. And a quick counter attack now with Alarkin. The outside trying to work with it that time was Odom. It was taken away. Sent out of play. Austin now trying to defend to the outside. But here's going to be a shot. Emery now, a collision on the near side. And Emery will make the save. The attempt to head it past Emery did not work that time for the Scotties. Would love to basically end this match if they could have put it on the heading attempt into the back of the net. Not enough time to come back down 3. Foothillers did it last year, but they had a lot more time. And still did not win the match. Lost 4-3. Intercepted. Matty Mayo puts on the brakes, sends it, some space. D's can't win it. Well, actually, it was touched out by the Highlanders. This is going to be a throw-in. Got Grossmont. You've got 10.5 left to play in the match. Herrera is coming out of the match. I believe that Cervantes into the match. And Emmy Cervantes. Tough physical match that the Foothillers had to play against Granite Hills, and the effects of that you can easily see tonight. As I said in the first half, Bree Cooney not available, and neither is Foster. Matty Mayo turned around a couple of times, but able to run onto it in front of a Larkin, but then gives it away now. Robinson coming up from the back, but stolen away by Austin, the freshman. Sends it down the right flank. Here's Giovingo now. Giovingo trying to cut it inside, but getting back to help out with Saucier. Big play that time. Highlanders playing well tonight, despite the fact that they are injured. On the home field, here is Giovingo. Intercepted in the central. Here comes Helix now. Austin sends it all the way back to Emery. Emery gets it up to Ford. Good first touch. Victoria looking for Lopez. Try to knife into that ball, but couldn't get it. Went back upfield, and now Helix from the back line. Intercepted by Matty Mayo, but on the near side, it goes right to Arguedas. Arguedas now sends the ball to the near side to a Larkin, but they were offsides. Just about 8.5 left to go in the match. Foothillers have to catch lightning in a bottle pretty much if they want to get a draw out of this one. Off a collision, and the foul is going to go against Helix. So it'll be a free kick at midfield for Grossmont. One yellow card in the game, and that was given but to Carly Kennedy. Victoria Ford take the free kick. Upfield, intercepted by Helix. A Larkin, not going to be able to run onto this one. And Emery will come off her line. Intercepted by Helix. A collision. Aguilera. Try to get it to Cervantes. Aguilera goes after it again. The near side D's. And it is knocked out of play, and it will be a throw-in for Grossmont. Substitution as Austin's coming out. Hunter is back into the match. Moreno was in, and she's out now. I believe Helix got a player in. We mentioned her as he touched that soccer ball out there in the pitch. And it's almost 6.5 left to play in the Grossmont Hills League game, the second round for both teams. And Helix trying to get the Foothillers on the second time around. It will help their cause towards trying to win the Grossmont Hills League after 2 defeats in a row in their last couple of matches. The Foothillers cannot come back. This will be 2 consecutive losses for them. The last match against Granite Hills at home, and then, of course, this one on the road. And every team in this league is a tough team to play, so it doesn't get any easier. Early ball now. Odom, and can't keep it in play. Alana Odom just trying to hustle and use her speed to keep it in. Just could not. If she could have put it in the back of the net, match over for sure. 5.5 left to go in the match. Cervantes. Odom cuts it back now. Odom still going after it. Is able to send the ball towards her teammate, but then Giovingo got part of it. Maddie Mayo plays it over to Giovingo. Remember, Helix was having such a good season that they were 11-0 at one point. The top team in San Diego County. But then the losses started to come into play. They still have a good record, though, on the season. Trying to do like they did a couple of years ago. They have a good record going into the playoffs. This 2017-2018 campaign, they were 13-2-4. Maddie Mayo runs onto the soccer ball. Taylor Aguilera's got to get on her quick skates and gets to a piece of the soccer ball on the near side. The Highlanders still have it with 3.5 minutes left to go in the match. They lead 2-0 on a good pass in the box, but it's going to turn out to be a goal kick. Back in the 2015-2016 season, the Highlanders were 15-4-6, and they had their very best year since they started back in 2006, 2007 with trying to get things going out here in La Mesa. That year they lost in the D3 regional semifinals to San Luis Obispo. Still a chance to get that kind of record. It's going to take a lot of work, though, at this point. As I just mentioned a few minutes ago, the Grossmont Hills League is a pretty tough league this particular season. Maybe the toughest in the entire county. Coming in now is Mia Martinez, the freshman. And Aislinn Ruiz is into the match. She's a junior. Ruiz is 13. And this one is sent behind frame. Just about 2 minutes left to play in the match. Highlanders about ready to pitch a shutout against the Foothillers for the first time in a long time. Foothillers only getting 1 goal against Granite Hills, and that would be the fact that they would have only had 1 goal in 2 games. And that is unlike them this season. But it's about ready to happen. Unless the Foothillers can stay in the defensive half of Helix. And they haven't really done it for much time all night long. Avila throws it in. Avila sends it right at Maddie Mayo on the intercept. Chance York into the match. 0-0 out there. Goes off her cleat right now. Goes right over to that time to De Luna Soda. Here's Robinson. Hagen's pass, intercepted. Chance York. Maddie Mayo. It whizzes by the sophomore. Lopez. For the Highlanders to waste more time and in this match with a W. Throw in now for Grossmont. Taylor Aguilera looking for Sarah Lopez. Goes out of play. They've done a good job against Sarah Lopez in this match. And if you're going to beat Grossmont, this particular team, you have to find a way to deal with Sarah Lopez, number 1. And if you do that in the back line, you have your midfielders help out, you're going to have a great chance to win the match. But if she gets a goal, definitely if she gets 2, more than likely you're going to lose the match. Ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for Grossmont. They can't let it go in their own defensive half. Don't have enough time. Sarah Lopez now trying to turn. She's marked heavily. Everybody's going to go after her, and it's sent out of play by Avila. Going to be a throw-in by the Foothillers in this Grossmont Hills League game. We're going to find themselves losing their 4th match of the season. And it's out of play. And it'll be a throw-in for Helix. Avila. And that's the end of the match. The Highlanders of Helix in their JV squad winning against the Grossmont Foothillers, and the Varsity winning as well. 2-0 on goals in the match by Micaiah Saucier in her free kick. And Alana Odom, the sophomore, on a beautiful run down the left flank and into the back of the net. They could have had maybe another couple of ones that were really close, but that didn't work out for them. But the 2 was enough tonight. Foothillers without Mia Foster and Bree Cooney. So we hope you enjoyed this match out here from La Mesa. Don't forget about our webpage. That's gksports.org. Go to the top of the page and like us and follow us on our Instagram, our Twitter pages. We're going to keep putting stuff on there that's relevant to the world of sports. And, of course, got some big events coming up in professional sports. Obviously, this weekend, the Super Bowl is the big one. Of course, Laker fans can't wait to see what the team is going to do in the tributes for Gigi and for Kobe Bryant tomorrow against the Portland Trailblazers. That should be a great basketball game as well. Lots of good stuff here locally as far as high school sports is concerned. San Diego State basketball team is undefeated at 22-0. You want to keep track of what they're doing. It's all right there at the top of the page, gksports.org. Like us and follow us. So we hope you enjoyed it. From La Mesa, I'm Greg K. Porter, along with Pablo Espinal, bringing you the sights and sounds in the live stream, saying so long from Ben Hart Stadium, the great football stadium for high school football down here in San Diego. So long, and we'll see you next week.